Okay, so it is Friday night, and I got my surgery done Wednesday morning, and I'm pretty much fine. Like, I feel recovered. It's a little bit swollen on this side, but other than that, like, I felt no pain. I'm already eating more like food. Like, tonight I had salmon and salad and potatoes. Like, I'm not eating crunchy foods, but I'm eating well. Like, it's not all soups and salads anymore. So honestly, my recovery has been great. Um, Honestly, my wisdom tooth surgery experience has been the most pleasant dental experience I've had. Like, it sounds weird for wisdom teeth, but honestly, it's just been so easy. So I'm gonna talk to you about the process, like what actually happened during the surgery, in case you guys have to go get it done and you're curious. So basically, I didn't have general anesthesia, so which means I wasn't put under. I was awake, but I had numbing in my mouth and I had laughing gas just to calm me down. Now, honestly, throughout the procedure, I didn't feel the laughing gas have like a big effect on me. It probably could have been done without it, but it did help me relax. So first of all, at the consultation, I was kind of upset because they told me I had to put under, and I was like, I really don't want to do that. And when they said, when they kind of like changed their mind, they said, yeah, you can be awake. I was told that my dad could come in with me while I got the needles in my mouth, because there would be 12, so 3 for each tooth. And I could like hold his hand or whatever, and that I could have music. Because there's a lot of like loud noises that most people find unpleasant. So basically, when I walked in Wednesday morning, my dad came in with me, and then the assistant, I didn't really like her, to be honest. She put the thing around my arm to monitor my blood pressure, and I'm telling you guys, that was literally the worst part of the whole thing. This had to be on you the entire procedure or surgery, and it like squeezes your arm every 5 minutes, and it was really tight, and that was literally the worst part. I was like, man, it's cutting off my circulation. It wasn't anything in my mouth. So anyways, yeah, my dad came in, and the nurse, or well, the assistant, sorry, not nurse, this is dentist, but the assistant, she was like kind of like, she was insensitive. I was talking to my dad, and she's like, oh, that's your dad, he has to go. And I was like, what? Like, I thought he could be here while I got the needles in my mouth. She's like, yeah, no, you're on your own. He has to leave now. And I was like, fine, okay, whatever. I'll do this by myself. So my dad left, and to calm myself down, I started putting in my earbuds with the music. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm putting in my earbuds, like, to listen to music. And she's like, oh, you're not allowed to do that. We're gonna have to take your phone away. I was like, no. I was like, there's no way. The doctor said I could listen to my music. And she's like, I'll go check that, but I really doubt it. So she left, and I was like, man, why is she being so mean? And she came back, and she was like, my mistake. I was like, yeah, your mistake. I can listen to music. Anyways, basically, I put my earphones in, like, pretty loud, so that I would be able to, like, tune out all the noises during the procedure. But basically, the first thing was that she put the mask on me. It just goes over your nose, for the laughing gas. And she waited a bit. I didn't feel anything. She's like, how do you feel? I was like, there's no difference. She said some people, it doesn't exactly make them laugh. You just get like really mellow. So I think I was just more relaxed. But after a bit, of like breathing that in, it stays on the whole procedure. But after maybe like 5 minutes, she started putting the needles in, and they didn't even give me numbing cream. They just went for it. They put 12 needles in my mouth. So just a heads up, if you're going to get this done, and you're awake, there's like a bunch around your teeth, and then there's 2 on the roof of your mouth, which sounds like awful and disgusting, but honestly, I barely felt any of the needles. I don't know if it was the laughing gas and I just like didn't care, but it was not painful. It was like really, really tiny pinches. I was totally fine. I was really, really shocked. So then they let that like sink in, and that's where it kind of feels weird, because you literally can't feel a thing. Like, your lip just feels huge, your mouth, like, it's completely numb. So the oral surgeon guy, he comes in, he's like, hey, we're gonna get started. He kind of was like talking me through the steps, but I wasn't really listening. I was listening to my music, to be honest. And he starts with this one on the top, and he's like, hey, you're gonna feel pressure, blah blah blah. I was waiting. I didn't feel pressure, I didn't feel pain, nothing. And he's like, it literally felt like 5 seconds passed, okay, for real. And he's like, okay, the first one's out. And I was shocked. They were laughing at me because, my mouth's like wide open. I was like, no way. I was like, really? There's no way it's out. They're like, yeah, it's out. But, you gotta stop talking. We're gonna do the next one. So then they moved on to the bottom one. And he used the drill for this, which was like loud, but it's not a big deal. It's not like unpleasant or like, I don't know, scary. It wasn't painful. I was just listening to my music. And literally, again, felt like 5 seconds. And he's like, okay, you're halfway done. And I was talking again. I was like, stop. I was like, there's no way. It felt so fast. And they're like, yeah, but stop talking. We're gonna keep going. I was like, of course, whatever. They move on to this one on top, and he starts pulling. And I thought I felt pain, but thinking back on it, I wasn't in pain at all. Like, I think it was the tiniest bit of pressure, and I was on the laughing gas. So basically, I was like, yo, hold up. And they were like laughing. He's like, what? Like, your tooth it's hanging, like it's almost out. I was like, man, I was like, I think I can feel pain. I was like, you should just shoot me up with some needles. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, man, stick some more like numbing stuff in there. And they're like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, just do it. And they put another needle in, I think. Like, I never felt it. I was sitting down, laying down, waiting for the needle to come in, and they're like, okay, that one's out. And I was like, did you put the needle in? They're like, yeah, and we pulled the tooth out. I was like, damn. I'm like, you don't feel anything, and it goes by so fast. So then this was the last one, which is like the hardest, because this is the only one that hadn't broken through the gum yet, so they had to cut it. But honestly, again, it felt like 5 to 10 seconds. I guess he cut it. I didn't feel it. He used the drill. I could hear that, but he was like, okay, you're done. All 4 out. I was like, no way. The whole thing felt like a minute, like the entire procedure. Then he's like, we're just gonna stitch you up and, close all the cuts we made. And didn't feel that either, but I was curious. So I looked up and I like saw him, and I saw the thread, and I saw his hands like going, and it wasn't scary. It was so cool. I was like, wow, like this is happening right now. He's stitching me up. I'm probably bleeding so much and I can't feel a thing. It was so fast, so easy, so painless. I don't know if they just did like a great job. I was completely numb, or if the nitrous oxide helped a little bit, calm me down. But it was so great, guys. It was fast. It was easy. Like, I couldn't believe it. So then he's like, yeah, that's it. They left, like the oral surgeon guy, and the assistant, who I didn't really like, came in, and she sat me up, and she's like, hey, you have to listen to this. This is all your instructions. But I was kind of like a little bit like, I still had laughing gas in my system, and she started talking. I just looked at her. I was like, I feel like weird. And she's like, I was like, it's not my fault. So she brought my parents in, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, so you guys should pay attention. But April, pay attention too. And I was like, okay. So she starts talking. I was not listening. I was just like gazing off. I was honestly thinking about how amazing the procedure was. And then she asked me some kind of question. I wasn't listening. I was like, what? Huh? And she's like, she asked me the question again, and I answered. But I remember just like looking over at my dad, and I was like laughing at her. And the nurse just like looked at me like she was so unimpressed. And I was like, man, it's not my fault. Like, I'm a little bit loopy. But yeah, we didn't have the greatest thing going there, the assistant and I. But anyways, they give you like all the instructions, medications, the rinse, the soft toothbrush you use. They tell you like what foods to start out on, all that stuff. Like, you'll get all the instructions. And then we just drove home. and I had like the gauze in my mouth. You can't talk. It's really, really hard, and they tell you not to talk. And yeah, it's been 2 days. I'm eating like fine. I've had no pain. I don't know if that's because of the meds or if I had a really easy surgery. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure none of my teeth were impacted. They all grew in straight, and 3 of them are already out of the gum, so they only had to cut 1. And that's the side that's still a little bit swollen, but honestly, it's just been so easy, and I highly recommend doing it awake. Like, I don't think it's necessary to go under unless you're someone who you think you're gonna like open your eyes in the panic. Although, just a heads up, like I didn't see anything because of the mask. Like, I saw his hand moving right when I talked about the stitches, but you can't see like any blood or anything on their table or any of the tools, because if you have the laughing gas, the mask like covers like over your eyes. So I just personally don't think it's necessary to go under for that. I don't know if I just had a really great experience. I don't know if they're all like that, but it was great being awake, and because I was awake, I had much faster recovery. They said too, like apparently general anesthesia can be in your system for up to like 48 hours, so you're like very, very drowsy and loopy. I've been like awake and alert and just fine these past few days. Like, it was great, and it's been fine. I haven't experienced any pain. I'm so grateful, and I really, really recommend doing it awake. And if you have any questions, you like totally private message me or someone else you know who has wisdom teeth removed. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the whole story. Kind of long, sorry, but yeah, definitely there's been no pain. It was really easy. It was really fast. The anticipation is the worst part. Honestly, just thinking about it beforehand, that's what gets most people. They just like get all worked up about it when they don't really need to be. Yeah, basically you have to like chill for 7 to 10 days. That's the worst part. They told me I couldn't exercise for 10 days. I was like, what? 'Cause I'm a person who likes to exercise like every day, do something. But I don't know, it's just something with the teeth and the stitches. They don't want it to get wrecked. But I'll be good by Christmas, and I can eat crunchy foods. So yeah, honestly, it was super great experience. I did it awake, just numbing, laughing gas, and I don't think it's really necessary to go under for it. And yeah, okay, now I'm gonna share some just random funny pictures I was taking after the surgery. They're kind of weird, kind of embarrassing, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully it helped you make a decision or make you feel less worried about it. Honestly, you really don't need to worry about it. Like, I was stressing the night before, so unnecessary. It was so easy. So just try not to get too worked up about it, and you'll be fine. You're fine in a couple of days. Like, you know, I'm talking normally, only a little bit of swelling, no pain. You'll be good. Don't worry about it.